Åland is an autonomous and demilitarized region of Finland. Receiving its autonomy by a 1920 decision of the League of Nations, it is the smallest region of Finland by both area and population, constituting 0.51% of Finland's land area and 0.54% of its population. Its only official language is Swedish, and the capital city is Mariehamn. Åland is situated in a Finnish archipelago called the Åland Islands at the entrance to the Gulf of Bothnia in the Baltic Sea. Members of the Neolithic comb ceramic culture started settling the archipelago some 7,000 years ago, after the islands had begun to re-emerge from the sea after being pushed down by the weight of the continental ice of the latest ice age. Åland is governed according to the Act on the Autonomy of Åland and international treaties. Åland has its own flag and has issued its own postage stamps since 1984. Åland held its own referendum on membership of the European Union on 20th of November 1994. The Åland archipelago includes nearly 300 habitable islands, of which about 60-80 are inhabited. The remainder are merely some 6,200 skerries and desolate rocks. Åland has a humid continental climate that is influenced by its maritime position, especially in summer. Åland's economy is heavily dominated by shipping, trade, and tourism. Shipping represents about 40% of the economy, with several international carriers owned and operated from Åland. Kastelholm Castle is a Swedish-built medieval castle located off-road in Sund-Åland. Built in the 14th century, the castle has been of strategic importance in consolidating Swedish authority over the Baltic. The castle was built on a small island and was surrounded by natural water and moats, filled with several lines of poles, while the castle is surrounded by a 3-meter wall. The castle is a major tourist attraction easily accessible by car from Mariehamn. After the Finnish War ended in 1809, the Åland Islands and mainland Finland became part of Russia. Soon, the idea of turning the Åland Islands into a heavily fortified border against the west was born. The planning for the Bomarsund fortress began in 1812, but construction was not started until 1830. Once they were, it was the biggest construction project ever seen on the Åland Islands. The main building of the fortress housed 2,500 men. The fortress had everything from its own churches, bakeries, prisons, and wells to toilets. The construction of the fortress took decades, and still it was never finished. In 1854, British and French ships bombarded the fortress, which was reduced to ruins in just a few days. After the Crimean War ended in 1856, the Åland Islands were demilitarized, and the fortress was never rebuilt. The bridge connects the Bormensund to the Presto Island. Today, the 870-hectare area is a historical monument and easily accessible to visitors. Årdalsklint, at 129.1 meters above sea level, is the highest point on the autonomous region of Åland in Finland. The hill is located in the municipality of Saltvik, some 7 kilometers northeast of the town center. An observation tower and a cabin for hikers are located on the top. So, my dear friends, this is from my tour to Åland Islands. See you all in my next video.